Everybody, Marcia here. I am back today with another scrapbook process video for my creative scrapbook. Today I'm working with the gorgeous April Main kit, and this kit featured the beautiful Pinkfresh Studios Making the Best of It collection. This is the second layout that I am creating with this kit. You can check out my YouTube video for the first one. I have a bit of a confession to make. I sometimes have a hard time working with Pinkfresh Studio collections because I like to layer my pattern papers, and with Pinkfresh Studio papers, the colors or the patterns don't always layer nicely. At least in my head, I think that. And so I thought I would try something different for this layout and not do a bunch of layering, but I'm going to work with one of the geometric designs on one of the pattern papers, and I cut it all apart. I am going to rework this pattern so that I have these rays going out from my photo here. The photo I'm scrapbooking today is of my daughter and her boyfriend on a trip to Costa Rica. They went there for a destination wedding and stayed at some gorgeous places and got some beautiful photos. And so I wanted to scrapbook this photo of them down by the bay. I mounted my photo in the middle of a piece of white cardstock, and then I am just taking two of the, I don't know what you would call them, slanted rectangles. Or you call that a rhombus. And I'm taking two of those and I am putting them together so that I am forming a pentagon in the middle of my layout. So my photo will actually be a pentagon framed by these slanted rectangles. I just started doing this not knowing where it would go, whether I would actually use the white background or not. On this pattern paper that I cut all apart, some of the rectangles were longer than the others, so I'm trying to arrange the shorter ones, the ones that were on the outside edges of that pattern paper, had shorter rectangles, and I'm trying to arrange those on the end. So you can see there, some of them didn't need the full size slanted rectangle, and a smaller one would work out to fill the space. Otherwise, I would not have had enough pattern paper after cutting this all apart. So then I decided what I would do is I would machine stitch each one of these slanted rectangles, and I love the way it turned out, but it took forever for me to stitch each one of these rectangles. And once I was done stitching them, I cut off the background paper. So I just had that design with the rays going out and then my photo. As you can see there on this white cardstock, my photo peeks out underneath, and I wanted to get rid of the photo and still include more pattern paper on it. So I thought the easiest way to do it was just to, now that I have this design, just to cut it out and put it on another piece of paper. I opted to use this white and blue checkered board design as my background. I didn't want something that was too busy. And I thought, since this is a beach photo, that the blue in this paper would help convey that beachy scene there. I put some foam tape and recycled chipboard on the back of my photo and my stitched rectangles and popped it up then on this background paper. Now it's time for us to start embellishing our layout. I'm looking at the sticker sheet, and there's this gorgeous floral cluster on the sticker sheet with a butterfly that I thought would be beautiful on here. And I put some baby powder on the back of it so that it's not a sticker anymore, and I popped it up with some foam tape. I opted to use the sticker Love and did the same thing with this sticker. Putting some foam tape on the back, and then I am using a brush to distribute the baby powder on the back of that sticker. So this way I can use the sticker and still give it some dimension on my layout. And I love to use dimension on my layouts. I was immediately drawn to a phrase sticker on the sticker sheet that says, "I want to be with you everywhere." And I thought, this is perfect for this couple. They do everything together, and it goes with the title Love. And so I'm going to arrange the love underneath them in this beach scene. And then I'm going to put that phrase sticker underneath the love. If you remember, if you watched the first process video I did on here, all of the vellum ephemera pieces I ran through my Xyron Creative Station and made stickers out of them. When you are working with vellum, you want to make sure that the adhesive you are using doesn't show. And the way to do that is to have it evenly distributed across the entire back of the vellum piece. And so if you run it through a sticker maker, the adhesive is evenly distributed, and when you adhere it down, you won't see it. But if you like dimension, then you need to adhere that vellum flower down on some white cardstock so that it retains the color in the vellum. It actually makes the color pop a little bit more, I think, and then fussy cut it out. And so I opted to do that with this small blue flower piece here. I have some of the gold leaves that I picked out, and they are just stuck directly on here. They are those vellum pieces I made stickers with. And that blue piece is what I mounted on some white cardstock and fussy cut out. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this pink flower. I want another flower to go on the opposite corner of the title. So the upper right has that pretty blue flower. I want the lower left to have this pink flower. I decided I didn't need that stem on there after all, after cutting it out. And so I cut the stem off, and I'm just going to use the flower underneath the love. And I think that helps draw your eye to the title as well. There's also a You and Me circle phrase sticker that I thought was perfect for this layout. I have another cluster of embellishments in the upper left of my photo where I did some journaling on a die cut ephemera piece, added the sticker flower, and then added a chipboard camera piece. I am going to add a bow on here that I tied with my Bow Easy. And that's my layout. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to check out all of the kits at My Creative Scrapbook. Bye-bye now.